but if you share the link, you can see it. So
Sounds
I'll
good.
send that over. And then if you guys have any additional information that you want from me, just let me know and I'll shoot that over in the email as well. But um, real quick, we really enjoy our partnership with LCS. We've gotten to know your corporate team and your IT department, and we've set up several facilities. We're currently in the process of getting Friendship Village of Tempe going, um, Timber Ridge at Talus, or
Yep.
is that what's, and then Brandon Wild is up right now, and we have a couple more. So we're excited. They actually, most of them just did this demo last week that we're doing right now, and they're on set for training. So it goes very quick. But real quick, we just connected with LCS because one of your other campuses, Cottage Grove, found us, connected with us, had a problem that they wanted solved, found our solution, and so we connected with them and then started working with you guys. So super excited. We are Pursue Tech. Colin and I are from the Pursue Tech team. We came from Pursue Health, which owns and operates facilities in California, just like LCS. And when we would meet with clinical teams and ask, how can we effectively solve a solution to provide more time? This was what was built. All of our apps, we have 8 apps available. They were all built by clinical teams, and it was just to solve the problem, solve solution, create solutions, solve problems. So we wanted to effectively give you back time. So that's why we wanted to invite you here to just say, hey, um, how can we help your current process? Will this help eliminate, steps and provide you back some time? So we're going to focus on that. Colin's going to walk you through how ScanToPCC works. It's super simple because it was built by clinical teams. It was perfected by clinical teams, and you guys just continue to make it better. So we have an update coming out in a couple days, and it was suggestions from people using it that just said, hey, this would make it even better. So we
Yeah.
love, love, love your feedback. Thank you for being unmuted so that you can respond, dig in, ask questions, so that when you finish, you really know, like, this could be a great product for my team here.
Yeah. Got it.
All right. Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Well, great to meet you. And as Kim said, if you guys have questions as I'm going, feel free to interrupt me, okay? It's the best way for us to stop and get that answered right away. I'm gonna go through the app. So if anything comes up, just blurt it out and I'll get it answered. But ScanToPCC is a web app. Okay, so it works just like Point Click Care. It's a web app. Nothing to install. It's a website you go to. We lock it down to your facility so that you can only do it while you're in the building. There is the access for remote. So if you do need it, we do have the ability to do remote with the same two-form authentication requirement that PCC has. Typically, most people just do it when they're in the building, um, but that is available if you need it. There is a connection with PCC. So what's really nice is all your census data, like when you get a new admission, it just automatically comes into the system. When you make changes to your categories or anything like that, it's going to automatically go into our system. You don't need to update it at all. You just need to get a document in here and then tell it where to go really quickly in PCC. There's 3 ways you can get documents into our app. The heavy one is your scanners, right? So any scanner, printer, desktop scanner, any copier, anything that scans, we can set it up so it works inside of our app in here. What's really nice is every single one will work. There's multiple ways we can get them to work, and our IT departments will connect if you decide to turn it on, they'll connect, they'll set it all up for you. There's no charge for it whatsoever. I recommend putting it on a couple devices at least, just in the event one breaks. You can have as many as you want. So scanners is a big one. You can drag and drop documents. So if somebody emailed me something, I could just drag and drop that, and I'll show you that in a second. And then the third way is eFax. We don't sell eFax numbers. We want you to work with whatever vendor you want to work with. As long as they're HIPAA compliant, it'll work within our system. What happens is we set up an API so you can send and receive faxes directly from here. Makes it really nice so that, when you're scanning something or faxing, you send it to PCC in the same app. You don't have to remember, oh, this is a fax, I do it this way. This is a scan, I do it this way. And there's no charge for it whatsoever. So it's a real nice feature to add in there, and I'll show you that when we get in here. Now I'm already logged in, but this is the main box I want to be looking at right here. I have 16 items here that I've either scanned or it looks like I have a fax. So one of them came in, that was an e-fax. These uploads are drag and drop ones. I've put them into the system. So what you can do when I like today, you're probably, if you have a piece of paper in your hand, you're probably walking over to your copier, putting it on the glass, hitting, there's usually a shortcut for like your email. So you scan a document through, it comes through to your email, and then you go back to your computer, save the email, save the file, go into PCC, find your resident, go into miscellaneous documents, click upload, grab the document, categorize it, and then upload. We'll do something similar, but much faster, and we'll help you create a shortcut. Instead of going to your email, it's going to come directly into our app. And then from our app, we just quickly push that document to PCC. So let's start with the easiest, which is drag and drop. I can just dump documents. So if somebody emailed me a bunch of PDFs or I forgot and I got them sent to my email, I can just dump a bunch of them right here. They're going to go through a quick virus scan, and then they're going to show up in this dash right here. So I have 16. I just uploaded 5, and then a couple seconds, I'll have 21, right? When I put something in the copier or printer or whatever I'm scanning with, it'll come through. There's a couple of them. It'll come through and it'll say copier or whatever I happen to label that. And when I get a fax, it's just going to automatically come in here. So then once that document is in the system, I just click it. And so I'm going to click that document. I'm going to see it right here, right? This is the actual document, no changes to it. You'll see its color, it's a single page. We don't change the quality. We don't change anything on it. We keep it exactly how it is. And then when you're pushing that to PCC, whether you're using our app or you're doing it, the old school way, going into PCC, there's 4 things you have to know. You have to know which resident this is going into, the effective date, the category, and a description. We put those 4 things over here to the right. So at the top is my effective date. I can change it if I want. By default, it will always be today. These are my residents. So I do last name, comma, first name. You have a D for discharge. You have an A for active. If you're using pre-admission, so like your waiting list, your CRM, anything pre-admission, you have an N status. And then I have my resident ID as well. So what's really nice about this, as well as all of these drop downs in our system, is you can type and search. So let's say I want to search for all the Jacks. I can just start typing Jack and it's going to search first name, last name, anything. I can search the ID if I want. I can do whatever I want in there, or I can just scroll down and find them. So I pick my resident. Then these are my categories. So when you make a change in PCC, you do add a category, just like when you do an admission, all that data comes into our app automatically. So you don't have to do anything. So let's pretend this is a progress note. I can scroll all the way down to the piece, or I just start typing progress note. There it is. And then this last one here is the description. I have it turned on so that it'll automatically name the description, the category, and then I would just put like a date in there, something like that, or whatever I want to put in there. Then you want to hit one of these 2 green buttons. They both say upload, so they're both going to upload to PCC. The only difference is where you go afterwards. So this will upload, and then it'll take you back to the home page. This will upload and then just load up the next document. So let's say you're trying to get through all 21 of those real fast. You're going to hit upload and next. For the demo, I'm just going to go back to the home page. I click that. That's all I do, and that document is on its way into the chart in PCC. So I don't need to go into PCC. I don't need to find my resident. I don't have to do any of that stuff. I simply go in here. I click my resident. I click my document. I go down here. I click my resident. I click my category. If I want to name something different, I can, and then I hit upload. That's it. That document will be in that chart within 60 seconds. So no matter how many you do, or how fast you do them, it takes about 15 to 30 seconds on average for a document to get into the app, into the Point Click Care app. So you go in here, pick your resident, pick your category if I want to type something, right? And then boom, that's it. So you never have to go into PCC. You never have to track the resident down. I can just quickly go through these, and you can see I've already done 3 in just a matter of a couple seconds here. So it's much, much faster than your traditional, like going into PCC, finding your resident, doing that. Now, I picked the easiest one to begin with, right? A single document going to a single resident. What would happen to me a lot, I spent a lot of time in MedRec. Here's the 12 pager. So this happens a lot, especially when you get your fax turned on. Let's say you get a new admission and the hospital says, hey, we're going to fax over some docs. Okay, great. But they put it in one fax. It's like I need to break it out so it's useful to the clinicians, right? Because I can't just put one PDF. They'll be searching, this giant PDF. So you break those apart. Today, you probably go into Adobe or whatever, and you make separate PDFs for them, and then you upload them one at a time. But what's really nice is in here, I can click this scissor tool. So there's a picture of a scissor, which I click, and I'm going to zoom in here. I see the document, right? I start looking through it. Then I go, oh, I'm going to do Karina Bailey as my resident, and this is her ancillary. Pages 1 through 4 go there. Now I could pick the same resident or a different resident. I can do anything I want to do in here. But what I'm basically doing is I'm taking this one 12-page PDF and I'm going to separate it into a couple different pieces here. So I only need to upload it once, and 3 documents will go into the chart. I have 2 going to Karina Bailey in these categories with these pages, and I have 1 going to Victoria Howard with 9 through 12. And I hit split, and it just took that one 12-page PDF and sent 3 documents into the chart in PCC. So whether you're just scanning bulk, like I got so fast with that scissor tool, I would just scan 50 pages at once, go back to my desk, split them, and do that, versus putting 2 pages on the glass, hit and scan, putting 2 pages on and hit and scan, right?
Yeah.
Much, much faster. On average, we see about 10% of our documents use that scissor tool. So just that alone, you have a tremendous time savings. I think that probably is going to get a lot higher. We've been really pushing the scissor tool recently with a lot of people, and some people just get in the habit of doing one at a time, and that's great. But that scissor tool is a really, really big time saver. It's like I said, especially when you're doing your faxes or scanning in bulk. The other one that I love, and I'm just going to show you a couple of these, like these additional things it does. So typically when you're uploading a bunch of documents, and this would happen to me all the time, I have a PDF, I find my resident, I code it, I do the whole thing in PCC, and I hit upload, and it says, hey, Colin, I'm sorry, but you're trying to upload a 22 megabyte file, and the maximum you can do is 15 megabytes, right? And so what you have to do then is you have to take that PDF, you have to split it into 2 pieces or try and shrink it and then do it all over again. Our system will never make you do that. So let's say this is too big, this file. When I do my resident and my category and I hit upload, it's just going to accept it. It doesn't care how big that file is. When it makes it into the chart, it'll look something like this. Oops, it'll spell it right. Or 1 of 3, let's say. It'll automatically take that PDF, say 1 of 3, 2 of 3, 3 of 3, split it into as many pieces as it needs so that it'll get into the chart within your file size requirements. There is no maximum number. I've seen it do, 60, 70 pieces. A lot of our customers, when they start, they might be paper charting completely. And so they're scanning entire charts. They're scanning high res, labs or x-rays and pushing them in. And so it doesn't matter how big that PDF is. That's about 10% of our documents as well, automatically resized. So between those 2, 1 in every 5 documents, is automatically faster. Not to mention, just the system itself is much, much faster.
Yeah.
Okay. Any questions so far?
No.
I don't have any. No, I think that scissor tool, that's a game changer.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah, that was the big one for me, especially when you get quick at it, right? Because you can scan a bunch of stuff and you just go in here. So you can do stuff like this. This is a 1-pager. And I had to do this a lot, and it was weird. I never thought I would, but I could send this same 1 page to multiple people, so you can do something like that and it'll still do it. It doesn't matter. You can overlap pages. You can do whatever you want in there. It's a really, really nice tool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about
And
eFax. Go ahead.
on the update that's coming out right now, there's 10 different categories that you can send it to, but we had a med rec reach out and say, I just did a skin test for every resident, so I have 75 skin tests. I want more boxes, so I just scan all of them in at once and just send them to which resident, the resident chart.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the eFax, again, we don't sell eFax. We want you to own your number. If you have one already, awesome. If not, Kim will give you some recommendations. But what's really nice is you can integrate eFax in the system and it's totally free. So let's say the doctor gives me this progress note. I put it in here and they say, hey, can you fax that to my office? I need to upload it to REHR as well. Yeah, no problem. I go here under eFax, right? Let's zoom back out. That top number is my number. Then I'm gonna go like this. I'm gonna fax it to myself. You guys will have an address book in yours here. So I'm gonna hit add cover page, which you can save as many cover pages as you want. We're gonna go Dr. Hart, notes, your notes. Okay. Then I can tell the system to email me. I like it to email me when the fax goes through, even if there's an error or if it goes through, I just want to know. And then I can send eFax and delete, or send eFax and send to PCC. So I do that. It's just queued up that fax to go out. Then I can pick my resident, pick my category, and upload that. And in 5-6 seconds, I was able to send the fax out. And I also sent that document into the chart in PCC. So the eFax integration is fantastic. Plus, when
Yeah.
you get a fax, right? I can see right here, I got one. I don't have to go into my email. I don't have to do anything like that. Oh, this is a different one. I pick my resident, pick my category, upload in homepage. That just went into the chart. So it's really nice that you can integrate that, because, for us, if you're scanning one way and you're using our app, but you eFax and get it into PCC a different way, it's very confusing. So we put those together. Really powerful feature. And plus, you can use any eFax vendor you want as long as they're HIPAA compliant. It will work with our system.
Nice.
We do log everything we do in here. This is a really big one for me when I was in there, just reconciling what was scanned every day. This is a log of everything that was scanned. What's really nice about this is we never delete this log. So when we send that document into the chart in PCC, the moment that document makes it into PCC, we're going to remove that PDF from our system. It'll be gone once they confirm they have it. But we'll keep a log of this forever. So let's say I was out today, I come back tomorrow, I could put in a date and it's going to show me everything that was ever done, for that date. It shows me not only where it went, but which employee scanned it and uploaded it. So I can quickly see where things went, who's doing what. And you can see here, this is from 2023. So we never get rid of these. They'll always be in here. I'm going to kind of bounce around at the top here. So eFax, this is a log of everything I'm faxing. So you don't have to go out of our app and into your, whatever fax service you're using to check the status. This will check it right here for you. Corporate, I wouldn't worry about that. That'll be more for me. But under settings, pretty simple stuff, right? If you click password, you're going to change your password. If you click users, this is where you would add users. But one thing I really like to show is the training. Let's say you're using it and everything's great. And this is what typically happens in the building. MedRec starts it, they're using it, they're loving it. Another department hears about it and they're like, oh my goodness, I want to use that. So you can set them up. You go under users, you can put as many users as you want. It's a flat rate fee. You could put them in, and then they say, okay, now David, show me how to use the app. And you're like, I'm busy. I don't have time to do that. You could redirect them to the videos in here, or click schedule free training. They click that, they pick a day, they pick a time. Training's 100% free no matter when you do it. They're going to get on a call very similar to what we're doing right now. They're going to meet with someone on the team. They'll train them up, whether it takes 10 minutes or an hour or whatever it takes, get them up to speed on it, and then they're in there going. And it's always free.
Okay.
So it's a really nice feature in there.
Awesome.
Under support, pretty simple. We're 8 to 5 Pacific time. If you ever need anything, you put in there, open a ticket. You can customize this. So like LifeCare, you guys would customize it based on your IT, what your policies are. We're supposed to redirect you to your IT or however. So we'll set that all up for you as well. 2 quick things I want to show you, and then I'm all done. But inside of here, you probably noticed when I was looking at a document, there's a point click here, eFax, and an HRIS tab. So just like we're scanning into PCC today, we also have the ability to scan into your payroll system. So let's say you're using UKG, Kronos, or ADP. Those are the 3 we have today. By the end of the year, we're going to start adding a bunch more, like the Paycoms and Paylocities and stuff like that. But you'll have a drop down of all your employees in there and all the categories, and I can have payroll use it to push documents into the Kronos or ADP or whatever system you're using for HR. So if you're doing nurse certifications, you want to keep those updated, or onboard documentation or whatever, you can use this right in there to do that as well. Again, another just totally free upgrade that comes out probably towards the end of the year, early next year. That's under the HRIS tab. And then the very last thing, and this is more of a fun thing, but something we do every month with our larger teams, we're going to have a giveaway. So there's 5 ways to win every single month. We picked the facility who's used the app the most to send documents to PCC, and we send them a $50 Starbucks gift card. And then every week we pick a user that uses it the most, and we send them a $20 gift card. What's really nice about that, you're not competing with our entire customer base. You're competing just with your organization. So it makes it really fun. You're just going to compete with other buildings in your corporate and not our entire base. So you have a lot of chances to win there. And it just makes it fun. You can 5 ways to win, right? 1 facility per month, or every week we pick a user. Just a way we like to really give back. Everybody at our company has worked in a nursing home. That's where we all came from, and so we know how hard it is. We know how much how much the ask is of all of us in the nursing homes, and so something we like to do just to make it a lot of fun and 100% free. Just something we add into there as well.
Nice. That's cool.
All right. Any questions?
I have a couple.
Go for it.
So Kim, if I heard you correctly at the start, it was Cottage Grove Place that kind of found you guys and started this business relationship, and it kind of branched out to other LCS communities. Is that correct?
Correct.
Gotcha. All right. And I guess that's how I got some time on the calendar. I was off last week and was going through emails, and I was like, what is this invite that I've got here? And I saw a couple additional LCS emails on there, and I'm like, well, I guess I must have missed something. I better accept this. So, well, good. So what does it look like? And you'll probably get into this. I'm sorry if I'm jumping just ahead real quick, but what onboarding and getting this on board and then costs, what does that all look like?
So you just say, we already have a contract with LCS. So you just say, hey, we'd like to test this out. We do offer LCS a free 30 days to try it out, no obligation. And you don't have to sign a contract. You just say, hey, I'd like to test this out, see the benefits at my facility. And I let Martin Cooper know, hey,
Okay.
David over at Kalamazoo wants access to this. He makes the request to PCC. And then I just connect with you and say, hey, who's your IT person? And then our IT director connects with your IT director, and all he has to do is drop the shortcut on all of your scanners and copiers. It does not take away from your day-to-day operations in any way.
Gotcha. Okay. So after the
And the
30
cost,
days, oh, go ahead.
yeah, after the 30 days for LCS is $129 a month.
Okay. Yeah. Seems pretty
And
reasonable.
that's it. There's no additions. It's just a flat rate, unlimited everything. You just have full access.
And full users too, up to a certain number of users, or just as many as we need.
Unlimited.
As many as you
It's
like.
really nice too, because you can roll it out to other departments. So there's multiple ways you can set it up. You
Yeah.
could have every copier in your building ready to scan. Maybe your nurses scan, but MedRec uploads. Maybe some users can upload, maybe admissions, you're allowed to do that. And you can separate it too. So let's say I scan something, maybe you won't see it. And we can say like only see what you scan, or maybe MedRec sees everything. So they cover, there's just a million ways you
Yeah.
can set it up.
Yeah. No, that's awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And
I'm glad.
Oh,
Go ahead, Kim.
some of your campuses some choose to just sign up the health center, some sign up the skilled nursing, the assisted living, the independent living. It just depends. But if you do have multiple facilities that you want to sign up, you can, all of them come to the same, and you just switch back and forth on the dashboard here.
Okay.
So for, say we wanted it in our rehab part of our building and we wanted it in the health center, would that be two different charges?
It depends on how your PCC is set up. If they're
Okay.
separated in PCC, they're separated in ours. So it would be two charges. What's
Gotcha.
really nice about it though is if you are two buildings, this is what I love about it. We had, so you have a SNF and an alpha as an example, right? Or rehab and a community, whatever. You can put all these residents together. So typically what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the top and change my building up here. But that's kind of slow if you ask me. What I like is if I have 2 to 3 buildings under residence, I can combine them all together. And right after the resident ID, it would say like ALF or SNF or whatever, so
Oh,
that I
gotcha.
can do this all really fast. And what's really nice is you can have them in the rehab scan everything, and you don't have to go get it. It just comes right into your dashboard. So it's really nice how you can do stuff like that. You don't even have to be, I mean, it sounds like you're in the same building or close. We have some people who might be in a whole other city, they're scanning it because they don't have a full-time med rec, and then another med rec, another building does it. It's very flexible like that.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, great questions.
So myself, the administrator for the building, and then Holly is our discharge coordinator. And the other individual that I was hopeful that she could make it, but I forgot she had the day off, is Cindy. She's our medical records clerk. I would love to have her watch this video, I know that she's already going to be head over heels for the program. So I'm sure we'll take you up on the 30-day trial and then take it from there.
Okay, sounds good. I will. I will probably just ask you, David, for her email. Or if you want to forward it to her, I could send it to you.
That's fine.
With
Yeah,
the
I can
video and
forward
everything.
it to her.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. Well, I will send you over all the information and then reach out if we can answer any questions or if you want us to connect with Martin.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for
Thanks
your
for
time. It was
joining.
great.
Yeah,
Thank you both.
Thanks, David. I had originally connected with Cindy and she's like, can you send it to David? So that's why she's the one that sent me the email and asked me. I have my notes. Spoke to medical records and she asked me to invite administrators. So
That's
that's
hilarious.
how I
Sounds right.
snuck that email in.
No, that's awesome.
So-
Thank you. Yeah, we'll work through the details on our end, and then we can get a start date for the 30 days and go from there.
Sounds good. Thank you guys. Thanks for
Thank
joining us.
you.
Thank you both.
Thank you.
Have a great week. Talk
Bye.
to you soon. Bye.